So, low carbing for weight loss. So I've been like exercising and dieting quite a bit in the last couple of months, for my own personal health reasons and all that. And part of my like accountability to make sure I keep doing what I'm doing is, I do post a lot of my meals on social media and such, and both publicly and private comments, and in person, talking to friends and stuff. So a lot of people are questioning the carbs in my meals, I should say. So I'm curious what people's thoughts are, like on low carbing, because there's like no doubt that the carbs do have an effect. How's it going? Good. So basically there's no doubt that if you have too many carbs, you're definitely gonna get fat gain. There's also no doubt that people that follow low carb diets basically lose weight. That's no doubt in my mind at all. I did low carbing a lot, and usually when I do something I pretty much dedicate 100%. I usually give it my all. So years ago, I was really into the low carb thing, but I do have thoughts on it, as far as taking it to the extremes. So one, for me, again, I'd like to hear other people's opinions, but when you're low carbing, that means you're replacing that food with 1, protein, and 2, fat. And basically when you do that, you're taking away the carbs, which provide energy to your body. So what that ends up doing is it burns the protein in place of what it would be using the carbs for. Now protein, as we know, serves basically 2 functions, with a third, being energy. But basically, protein builds muscle and it repairs tissue in your body, So, if you're working out, it's repairing your muscle. Now, if you're low carbing, the problem is your body's using the protein for energy to sustain your body, to power your brain and all the movement and all that. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So you're not gonna burn muscle. Build muscle. So basically what ends up happening is you're burning your muscle away. So this was my experience with low carbing. So in my late 20s, I did a lot of low carbing, and my waist size shrunk, and then also my shirt size shrunk. So I ended up being a 30 waist and a small shirt size. And that's how I measure my fitness. I don't use the scale really. I go by my waist size and my shirt size. If my waist size is small, like a 30, I know I don't have a lot of fat on my body, versus if I'm like a 38. I measure my muscle by my shirt size, so I'm wearing an XL now. Even though they're a little loose, I kind of like it that way for my own various purpose, my own preference. But, large is snug. Previously, when I was low carbing, I went down to a small. So that basically meant all my muscle kind of burned away. I was doing a lot of running at that point. So, everyone's got their own personal preference. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, that's what's gonna happen, I think, with low carbing. So that's my opinion of it anyway. So I think in like moderation, you know, I do a lot of like whole grains, obviously vegetables, rice, and you know what? I'm still at size 30 waist, and I don't really plan on going lower than that. Maybe. I mean, they don't really make much smaller than 28 for men, so I don't want to wither away, but I'm trying to kind of like maintain. So anyway, I would definitely like to hear other people's thoughts on low carbing, but that's my opinion, is that carbs in moderation are definitely needed. I'm like kind of like a balanced kind of guy. Every meal I'm gonna have like a protein, you know, fish or chicken, occasionally beef. I hunt, so you know, if I have something in the freezer, you know, that's fine. I usually do like a rice, a vegetable, and then honestly usually a piece of like whole grain bread. And I'm definitely not against like refined breads either, like bagels and stuff. Totally not against it. Because even those have their benefits. Like a lot of bagels, I believe, have iodine in it, which helps your thyroid, which helps you burn muscle fat more quickly and more efficiently, metabolism and all that. Also, you know, it's like soluble fiber. So basically, you know, that has a lot of benefits. Soaking up fat and toxins in your body. And basically serving as a vessel to expel from your body and all that. So anyway, low carbon. Love to hear people's thoughts on it.